Hi, this is Anil with a video tutorial for the YouTube channel LearningLad on C programming. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how we can reset the file position indicator in C using the rewind function. So first I will explain you the syntax of this rewind function, then how we can use this in our program, and also what is the advantage of using this function in our program. So normally when we open a file in C using the fopen function, it returns the address of a structure of type file. This structure contains all the details of the opened file. For example, it contains the name of the file, the size of the file, the location of the file, and also the file position indicator, and etc, etc. So this file position indicator tells us where exactly we are in the file. So when we open a file in read or write mode using the fopen function, the file position indicator will be at the beginning. So if we are opening the file in appending mode, which is A or A plus, then the file position indicator will be at the end of the file. So first I'm gonna open up this example.txt, which is a file we are working in this tutorial. You can see here now this is an empty file, and when we open this file using the fopen function, the file position indicator, which tells us where exactly we are in the file, it will be at the beginning, because there is nothing in this file. When we start writing to this file using the fwrite function, what happens is, this is a text. Okay, once I finish writing this file, the file position indicator will be incremented, and it will be at the end here now, after this T. And also if you're reading from the file, the file position indicator will be at the beginning, and once you start reading character by character or string by string, the file position indicator will be incremented accordingly, and it will be at the end. So what is the use of this rewind function is, once you have processed a file, the file position indicator will be incremented, and it will be at certain points, and if you want to process that file from the beginning, you need to move that file position indicator to the beginning. So what you can do is, you can close that file and you can open it again. But in C, you can use this rewind function to reset that file position indicator to the beginning. So that's the advantage. You don't need to close that file and open it again. So we're gonna see how we can use this function in our program. So for the demonstration purpose, in this tutorial, I'm gonna be using this example.txt, which is present where our rewind.c, which is the C file we are working, is present. And in this example.txt, you can see here I have a string called this is a text. So I'm gonna be saving this one, and in this rewind.c, what we are doing is, we're gonna read from that file example.txt, and the file position indicator will be incremented accordingly. And once that file position indicator will be at the end, we again try to read from the file, which is not possible, and then we're gonna use the rewind function and reset that file, and then we again read from that file. So we're gonna start coding. First I have created a file pointer fp, and then I will be opening the example.txt using the fopen function. So it's going to be fopen, and we need to pass the file name, which is example.txt, and we're going to be opening the file in read mode, just for the demonstration purpose. And I'm going to be storing the return address in our fp pointer. Then I will be using the while loop, while, and I'm going to be using the feof function to determine whether we have processed the entire file or not. We need to use a not operator with the feof function. If you don't know about this feof function, please watch my other video tutorial on it. So it's going to be feof, and we need to pass the file pointer here, and this is going to process the entire file. And I will be using the putchar function. It's going to be putchar to print a character to the string at a time, and I'll be using the getC function to read a character from the file. So we need to pass the file pointer fp. So this code is gonna read all the contents of the file from this example.txt. This is a text, and it's gonna be printing that to the screen. So I'm gonna be saving this one, then compile and run, you can see here, which is the content of the file, which is this is a text, which is printed or read up by our program. So now this file position indicator will be at the end of the file, and we're gonna be copying this code again, and we'll be reading from that file again. So what happens is, once the first while loop executed, the file position indicator will be at the end. That's why this FEOF function here, which fails, because file position indicator is already at the end, so there is nothing further to process in the file. That's why this while loop will not be executed, and only this loop will be executed. So we'll be adding a new line here. So I'm going to be using the printf function, and I'm going to say /n. okay, save, compile and run. So you can see here in the code we have two while loops, but we are printing only this is a text. I mean, the data from the file has been read only once. That's because once this while loop finishes execution, the file position indicator will be at the end here after this text, and once that second while loop starts execution, what happens is the FEOF function checks whether we are in the end of the file, or is there any content after this file position indicator. No, nothing is here. We are already at the end. So this FEOF function fails, and the body of this while loop will not be executed. So what we can do here is, to reset the file position indicator, we can close this file and again open it in the read mode. But in C, we're gonna use the rewind function, as I told you before. So I'm gonna be using that rewind function here. So it's gonna be rewind, and we need to pass the file pointer. So it's gonna be EFP. I'm gonna be saving this one. Okay, before that we need to close this, compile and run. You can see here, the two while loops have successfully executed. That's because once this while loop finishes execution, the file position indicator will be at the end here, and again we are resetting that file position indicator to the beginning here, and again this while loop also execute the same thing. So that's why we are getting this is a text two times, because we are reading the file two times. So this is it, guys. This is the advantage of using the rewind function in C. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next tutorial.